welcome down here to, I'm not even sure where I'm at. I'm at a Harley Davidson place. I know this, and I want to introduce Phyllis Sky from WDSD 94.7 on the Country Dial. I mean, it doesn't get any better. A legend, man. I mean, you've been doing, well, you've been doing it a while, you know. Yeah.
About 32 years now, so. Yeah, but we are at Rommel Harley Davidson in Smyrna. It is the end of the Hog Days of Summer, which we've given away almost 200 keys out in the community, and somebody's going to go away with a motorcycle today.
WDSD, thanks for everyone for coming out today, and we're going to kick off the bike giveaway at 2 o'clock. If you do not,
I've noticed one thing since I've known you for years. I mean, we go back to '89 when I got into radio, and you were down here then you went away for a while, and then you came back, and and you've turned DSD back to what it was before you left. And I'm telling you, the excitement that you're bringing to WDSD right now with the different giveaways, the different events, you guys do so many, and that's what I love about radio.
Well, that's the good thing about it. When you're syndicated and you have syndicated personalities on a radio station, you're very limited in what you can do. But WDSD, we have really made a very, very strong effort to bring the station back to the local community and give you back your radio station. And that's what happened for 13 years. WDSD was essentially here, but it wasn't live in all shifts. So now we're live in all shifts, and we can go out and we can do things like this. We can give away motorcycles, and we've always been able to do stuff, but now we can do it on a larger scale. So. Yeah,
when you talk about larger scales, when I arrived down here, I thought, my God, because there's more than 200 people here. You might have gave away 200 keys, but there's like 2,000 people down here.
Yeah, we've got a lot of people here, and of course, Rommel's a great business to get involved with, and each year, we give away a motorcycle, and that's just a really incredible thing for the listeners to be able to partake in. So,
let's talk about DSD for a second, because we got a couple minutes here, and I talk about going around and everything else, but the DSD and what you guys mean to this community is just phenomenal, and the style that you're doing it. You're playing local country, I say local, today's country.
Yeah, we play today's country. It's about, it's a blend of today's country and yesterday's favorites. We try to get some of the older songs. You can't go all the way back to the 70s. I hate to say it. A lot of people say, well, how come you don't play classic country? Well, we do on Sunday mornings. But
that's where I can find my stuff.
You can find your classic stuff, if you're looking for classic. But we play today's country, which is a good blend of today's country and country from the 90s, I say, on up. And WDSD is the only radio station that has a signal that covers from South Philly to Ocean City. Literally, you can listen to the radio station the entire state. There's no other radio station that has that coverage area. And because of that, the majority of people are country listeners, so that.
And I tell people today, because you've been around a while, you've been doing this, for years, and you've seen the change in country. I tell people today, if you like that '60s rock style, you're going to like today's country a little bit, because it's blended to that way, and you still have some of that classic, country songs on there. But the majority of country today, it's changed. It's more of a early pop rock, sound.
Yeah, it is. And the thing about it is, back in the 70s and 80s, you had Alabama, Ronnie Millsap. You had some of the
William Waylon.
Yeah, you had some of those people that were on Top 40 radio. Those people, they were on Top 40 back then, and it's much the same now. You're going to have those crossover artists that go into Top 40, but today's country is reminiscent of the 1980s pop that you hear on the radio. John Mellencamp, that type of stuff. That's the type of sound that you have. And then you have your Taylor Swifts that cross over to Top 40, and Shania Twain who did it, and some of the others. So, country is very diverse now, and it's America's music. That's the only way to put it.
Yeah, it's great sounds. I've been checking it out. Being a Texas boy, I like that traditional country. But I'm starting, and listening to it today because I got away from music altogether.
Yeah.
I hear so much of it in my job. But I like the local sounds. I play a lot of the local guys, local artists' sounds and stuff like that. But I'm finding getting down in this area, you have a lot of local country artists as well down throughout here.
Yes, there are. There's several really, really good country bands. We did the Sports Zone Idol with you guys here a couple of weeks ago, and we saw just what the community, and that was only a tip of the iceberg of what's out there and the people who love country and the people who perform country.
Yeah, it's just, you definitely want to check it out. You want to check this guy out. He starts early in the morning and goes pretty much early in the morning.
The 10 a.m. You can't miss us.
Yeah, and there again is Sky, and you have your co-host there, Crystal, is it?
Krista Cooper, and she is at Sky and Krista and the Wake Up Crew in the morning. We have Phil Feliciangeli Leah Rizzo, and Maggie Johnson doing the weather. So we got someone for everybody.
Yeah, and you see him all over town. Last night he was at the Big Ball, and today he's over here. Weekends are busy because you don't like getting in. You love this. I mean, we got to talk a little bit. You love getting out because I spent many days in those booths, and it's awful lonely. That you find yourself talking to yourself a lot at home too.
That's right. Well, we're out when people are out. We're out. That's where we need to be. And of course, we love meeting the community and talking to people. And hey, you can hear that on the radio when we, in the morning we give shout outs and say hi to people that we meet when we're out of places like this. So, come up, say hi to us. We're just like you. We pay our bill and put our legs, one at a time into our pants.
Yeah, and that's what we like. I know you like when people come up and they say hi, because a lot of people. I met a young lady at the Sports Zone that she came there that night because she wanted to put a face with a voice, and a lot of people want to do that, and now a lot of people are doing that right now. Sky, I'm gonna let you send it out for us. Give us your morning, call out and tell the people to tune in and check you out.
Okay, well, make sure you tune in and check us out. It is Sky Phillips and the Wake Up Crew, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 94.7 WDSD.
I have to take this moment to introduce you to the cat from 92.9 Tom FM, our sister station.
Hello.
This is the beautiful cat, and we are out here at Rommel Harley Davidson in Smyrna for the Hog Days of Summer.
It's just a party down here. So come see us. Dites? Let's get back to the music on 92.9 Tom FM. It's Jackson Brown.
Well, tell me a little bit, when you talk about Rommel, I mean, great motorcycles, Harleys, but, tell me a little bit about them.
Oh, it's incredible. I've been a Harley rider for 35 years. Rommel Harley Davidson has 3 different locations. They've got Annapolis, Maryland, they've got Newcastle, and they've got Smyrna, their location here. Harley motorcycles are, one of the heritage motorcycles.
American-made.
Yeah, American-made motorcycles. And, it's a company that fell for a while, but, America brought them back. We like to rally around the underdog sometimes. And they were an underdog for a while. We rallied around them and brought Harley Davidson back. I've been a Harley owner for many, many years. And Rommel has the brand new 2013 motorcycles in here, and they're incredible. When you guys go through and see some of the paint jobs and schemes that they have here, incredible. You need to see them.
Scott, he don't know nothing about Rommel. Let me get over here. Debbie's here. Hi, Debbie. How are you?
Hi, I'm very well. How are you?
Good. Tell me about, because I'm familiar with the Harleys and everything, but Rommel. I mean, tell me a little bit about Rommel.
We have officially become Rommel Harley Davidson as of January 1st of this year. We have 3 amazing locations here in Smyrna, Newcastle, Delaware, and Annapolis, Maryland. It's such an exciting world that we.
But it's more than bikes, because some people can't afford a Harleys now. But I like the gear, so I can look like I own. And you guys, I am amazed at what you have inside your store.
We do. We have riding gear. We have T-shirts. We have parts, accessories. There is something in there for every motorcycle enthusiast, and even folks who have never even been on a bike before. Yeah. And we can even teach you to ride if you've never ridden.
Yeah, well, because I was just going to say that when we were pulling in, because you got a big crowd down here today because there's something special going on. But I was just pulling in down here. I noticed I'm parking over there, and I'm thinking there's no parking space. And I got to look. It's a track.
It is. It's our Rider's Edge range. We teach people of all ages, from 18 on up to 80, how to learn to ride a motorcycle.
Yeah. So if I wanted to get a driver's license, because in the state of Delaware you have to have a motorcycle driver's license. So a good way to get the training to find out what you need to do right here versus buying a bike and then what do I do now?
Absolutely. It's really a good idea to be trained properly so that you know all the rules of the road, and when you leave the course you have so many more hours of education than if you were to take it from the state, say. Our instructors are fantastic. They're just wonderful.
Yeah, so that's opened up for you, but when you're talking about Harley Davidson, you got to say Rommel Harley Davidson when you're in the state of Delaware, because you guys have conquered the state now. If you want a Harley, it's you.
Absolutely. You want a bike, Rommel Harley Davidson will absolutely take care of you.